know you've got the Malice and the Palace documentary, a little bit away from mental health. I don't know if you wanted to go there, but if you want to talk about that,
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear some. But if anything you want to share, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. You know, so with that being said, I mean, the doc's coming out. Jermaine did it. Jermaine O'Neal, he produced it with some other people. But I would not have done it if Jermaine wasn't involved, because there's no way like I can let someone else tell a story. I still want to do another one where I'm telling everyone how it's going.
You could do that right now, man, if you want to say it. It looked like you were trying to get your chill, you laid back, you were chilling, and then things kind of like blew up and got out of control. Like it looked like there was some, I can only imagine, man. I know it was so long ago for you, and I'm sure so much is going through your head. That was crazy times. Those were crazy times. You're again, like to come like full circle here to like go from that kind of persona that you had out on the court and to be creating this kind of awareness. It's quite a transformation, man. Again, it shows how much you can do if you do put that effort into understanding your mental health and your circumstance and your problems and confronting them head on. So, man, again, I give you a lot of credit for that. Sorry to cut you off, man.
No, that's fine. Yeah, you're right. I mean, when you look at that, whole incident, I mean, it's sports, it's life. It happens when you get somebody super intense like myself. When it's like you go into a lion, into a zoo, or not even a zoo, because it wasn't even no cages around us. So you go into the field in a safari, and you go, throw a brick at a lion, you got an issue. You know what I'm saying? The lion's not going to just sit there. When you talk about me, not only I'm a basketball player, but I'm one of the most fierce, intense basketball players ever, right? So you're egging on one of the most, if not the most intense basketball player at that time.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the wrong thing to do, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at it and then how you treat a human. If that was anybody, that could have been, let's just say that was Reggie Miller. Let's just say that was LeBron James, or I don't know, Cal Cobra. Like, you can't just throw things at anyone, right? That could have been anybody that fan decided to throw. It was two fans, it wasn't one. It was two fans that was a part of throwing that object. Many people think it was one, and many people think I hit the wrong person. And I always tell them the person that I hit was the person that betted the guy who hit me $50 that he couldn't hit me with the cup.
Man, over $50 bet, all that insanity. That's crazy. There's so much stuff being thrown out that man. It's crazy. Again, it was probably.
I get tired of telling that story.
Go on, sorry, man.
I get tired of telling that story, but I have to, because so many people just don't understand. Not that I really care, but people always ask me the question, so I got to answer it. And I always tell people, don't feel sorry for that guy that I hit first, because he was the one that started it. It wasn't even the one that threw the cup.
Yo, if you're acting wild, it's an assumption of risk, man. If you're throwing stuff in public and somebody, does that kind of thing back to you, that kind of stuff happens, man. Sure. Yeah, man, I hear you. Anyway, man, again, we got a little off track in terms of mental health, but like I said, we all make progress, and there's always things, crazy stuff that comes up for sure. So again, I appreciate your time. If there's, again, any other shout outs or any other stuff you want to talk about, happy to hear it. Otherwise, again, I appreciate your time, and happy Friday, man.
Absolutely. No, everything's good, man. Thanks for having us. And, thanks for, representing UFI and, covering us. And yeah, we'll speak soon.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.